Welcome to La Colifata, a different type of radio.
Radio La Colifata is transmitted every Saturday afternoon in Buenos Aires, Argentina, on 101.1 FM. The radio station is a national hit, and all over the country, around 12 million listeners tune in to hear commentary on politics, art and life. But this is no ordinary radio station. The men and women who make it are patients from the biggest psychiatric hospital in the country, known as the Border. Radio La Colifata is the brainchild of Alfredo Oliveira, a 33-year-old investigative psychologist at the Border Neuropsychiatric Hospital. La Colifata means crazy. The patients chose the name themselves. It's the first radio station in the world made by and for psychiatric patients as an integral part of their treatment. According to Oliveira, insanity is defined by the loss of the capacity to represent one's existence through language. Radio is the main tool used to work on the patient's failure to use the spoken word. Alfredo leads a group discussion that is broadcast live to air. Listeners interact with the patients, calling in to add their opinions.
So the idea of the radio is to be an answer to the state of exclusion. La Colifata also helps the patient have a sense of purpose. I'd like to ask all of you, do you hide from your families that you're in the border or not?
The radio is a therapeutic device that works on techniques of inclusion by increasing patients' awareness of belonging to a group.
At first, the patients may not intend to communicate. But during transmission, the interaction with the audience gives a meaning to what they say. Making them realize that communication can be established.
One of the station's programs is Sports Tribune, presented by patient Daniel Lopez, who has already left internment and is now working for a local radio station.
I've suffered from depression since I was 16. I had lots of short internments, 1 month, 2 months, and 5 months. What got to me was the death of my mother. That brought me here. I couldn't sleep for 6 days, and all the time I had a gun on the table to kill myself. But I didn't. I said, no, I'll go to the asylum. So I came here out of my own will. I was here for 2 years and started working for the radio program.
Al 98 hice radio, conocí a la radio y hice radio. El caso Ruggeri Gareca en el año 1985.
The Border Neuropsychiatric Hospital receives 1,000 new patients each year. Most of them suffer from schizophrenia. 12% of these will require permanent long-term care. Raul Maria Cotroba, Deputy Director of the hospital, is looking into ways to avoid overpopulation and integrate patients back into society.
As far as working or dealing with prejudices outside the hospital, one of the best methods that we use to deal with that is La Colifata. It's a key activity and of the utmost importance.
Central es esta actividad de Colifata. Es dable que quien se acerca.
It may be the most articulate who get involved with the radio.
Mayores capacidades histriónicas. Pero no obstante ello, lo que les decía antes, esa impregnación es fuerte en el resto de
But the benefit for all the patients in the hospital is quite significant.
¿Cómo?
How? By giving them the goal to be recognized as individuals by the group, which is useful even if it's not tangible.
Well, Master, what's today's question to the audience?
You say it. Our earlier discussion left me quite heated up.
Through communicating with their audience, the patients recover their identity and their ability to use language, allowing them to return to a normal life. Daniel's daughter, Liliana Campanella, is thrilled to have her father home again.
Vos sabés que yo iba a venir. Yo lo veo que la radio I think that before doing the radio program, he already had many assets. He's an articulate man, he's very intelligent. He needed the radio to be able to communicate with people. He's okay now. The radio did him a lot of good.
Como se dice que le hizo re bien estar en la radio. Agradezco a la Colifata.
I thank La Colifata and the border for helping him get out of the gutter. I can't say anything except that I love him a lot.
Nada más, no puedo decir más nada, que lo quiero mucho. Es muy importante para mí.
It's very important for me. Don't cry, Dad. It's very important. He deserves it.
Today, La Colifata is broadcast from 55 radio stations throughout Argentina and other Latin American countries. In 1997, it was declared of special interest by Argentina's National Congress for its contribution to cultural activities and social participation. Dr. Oliveira has since taken his idea to countries like Spain and Germany with excellent results.